Welcome back to Leeds Lately for the live watch-along of Leeds United versus Hull City at Elland Road. Leeds hoping to go into the international break in good form. I thought that was actually just Joe then. So hold on a second. But yeah, welcome everybody to the stream. Welcome to the rest of the season now that transfer window is finally over and the transfer window slammed shut last night at midnight. Bit disappointed that we didn't potentially get one extra player in, but having said that, I think the squad's in a very, very strong position. Welcome to all of those who are joining me, especially to those Leeds Lately members like Robert Wetzel and Karen Curtin at the moment, and of course CB as well. So if you want to become a Leeds Lately member, like those guys, and be involved in the community every week, then I would recommend hitting that big old join button. No obligation though whatsoever. A couple of people talking in the chat already. Robert Wetzel saying, long day of travel home. Football, American college football, what a day. And then get me off on the front foot, Leeds. Yeah, long day for all that sport. But hopefully Leeds do it justice that day of sport and go out and win this game. Afternoon, everyone. Afternoon, everyone who's joining. Just Joe, football show fanboy. Hi, pal. Just wondering if you are congruent about Leeds at the moment. All said and done. Also wishing Nonto a happy time at Leeds. Yeah, Nonto, of course, has just signed a new contract. We'll go through the squad in just a little bit, Robert. But yeah, Nonto has signed a new deal. He will be at Leeds until 2028 on paper. But what he's done really is protected his value. No release clause apparently in his new contract. So yeah, hopefully, if he does get sold, we can hold out for the right amount of money, which pretty sure we have been doing anyway. But overall, pretty happy with the transfer window. Just would have liked to see a specialist number 10 in there as well. Afternoon, CB as well. Robert Wetzel, yeah, we'll go to your comment now, Robert. Are the new signees in the squad? So, this is the squad. No, this is the squad. No, this is the squad. There we go. Hey, Melier, Bogle, Rodon, Strauch, Firpo, Ampadu, Gruev, Solomon starts on the right. Aaron, obviously his debut. Aronson, Nonto, and Mateo Joseph. Those are the starting 11, so pretty much an unchanged team. But Dan James did pick up an injury, which is why loan signing Manor Solomon does start in that role on the right-hand side. And then if you want to see the bench, Darlow, Byram, Verba, DeBayo, Rothwell, Tanaka, Ramazani. So there's your two sign-ins on the bench, Piru and Gelhardt. So there you go. Just hold that for a second so everyone can see. Yeah, Karen Curtin saying, and welcome Karen as well. Actually, I think I did already say that, but oh well. It's great that Nonto has signed a new contract. It is great because, like CB says, Nonto can be our main man this season. And I think, look, I've said this quite a few times now, but I think if we get promoted, he's a good Premier League player. If we don't get promoted, we get a good amount of money for him. So it's a win-win for us, really. Wayne Dawson saying it's a good bench. And I think, Wayne, that's like the most important thing for this transfer window for me. Because I really felt like Leeds needed to backfill the bench. Because the first team and the first 11 is actually really strong. And I don't have any issues with the first team. What I had an issue with is that once you got past that first 11, now that we'd sold Jorginho, Somerville, all those players, the good players we had on the bench were now in the starting 11, and the bench looked really weak. Now we've brought in those players. I think it's going to be much better, and I think we're going to have a much stronger bench that can come on and affect games. Because can you imagine Ramazani and Tanaka coming on? They're definitely the type of players who can actually have an effect on the game. So I'm looking forward to seeing whether they do actually come on today as well. Like CB says, hit the likes and make sure as well you hit that big red subscribe button. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Trying to make this a full-time thing as soon as possible, really. And yeah, every little subscription goes on the way to that. So thanks everybody for your support. Penny Lane looking for a win today. Welcome, Penny. Yeah, absolutely. Looking for a win today. Looking for a big win. A statement win that we can go into the international break with. And I think international break would actually be quite good for us because when the window shuts, you've got your new players. You need them to learn how you want them to play. And having 2 weeks to do that is actually probably really good. Although Tanaka could be, he's a regular for the Japan international team, so he could be getting called up unless it's just a friendly and Leeds say no because they need him. Tanaka Japan national team. I think he plays pretty regularly for them. He's always in the first team. The first team in the starting 11 for the international Japanese team. So yeah, I think he'll probably get called up, but Ramazani will probably be able to. We'll probably be able to get a good few days with him. Some of the other signings as well. Isaac Schmidt as well. Isaac Schmidt signed last night. There'll be a video, I think, tomorrow about Isaac Schmidt and his kind of skill set, where he might fit into the team. So check that out when it comes out. But of course, yeah, Isaac Schmidt was bought in last night at around, I think it was announced at around 10:15 last night. But again, that's another really versatile fullback. Of course, he doesn't start today and he doesn't even make the squad today because I don't think he was registered in time to be able to play for us. So yeah, I think it'll be after the international break when we first see him. Wayne Dawson saying hopefully it'll be a goal fest today for Leeds. Yeah, it would be really good, wouldn't it? You finish off the window with 2 signings and then you go out and play really well before the international break. I think it just settles everybody's nerves a little bit and gets us as far up the league as possible before this international break. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I think Hull City are a decent side. Obviously, they haven't always performed to their potential over the last year or so, but I think they can give anyone a run for their money on their day. I know Dan James obviously scored that like halfway line goal against them last time we played them. I think we won 3-1, didn't we, in the end? But that's not to say that they're not a decent side, so we still need to be aware of what's going on. CB saying a 10 would have been good, but Nonto and Aronson can play there. Yeah, they can, and I think Aronson actually played really well last time he was there, last time he was in that role. But I'm just kind of hoping that he keeps that level of form up, Aronson, because I think he's got most of what it takes to be a number 10. And so hopefully that's enough in the Championship. And I think it will be because, look, he's scored, what has he scored? 2 and assisted 2 already, I think, Aronson. So, yeah, I'm more than happy for him to have that role until potentially January, where I think we might sign a 10 in January. So I'm kind of hoping that we do. And I think because we were looking at people who only had a year left on their contract, we could be either getting deals on very, very cheap in January or signing players on a pre-contract agreement for next season. So kind of remains to be seen, doesn't it, on what happens there. But as for now, we have our squad. We're going into this game. There's no excuses, really. We've got a very, very good squad, a very good first team and a very good squad in general. And I just really think that we have to be winning this game, really, to kind of kickstart our season. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say, CB said as well before, no goal shouts until I say it, because I might not have seen it. There's a bit of a delay. I might not have seen it still, though. So make sure you don't put the goals in the chat until I've reacted to them. Otherwise, it'll just spoil it. Karen saying, I'm going 2-0 win for Leeds. Hopefully, let's get an early goal. Yeah, I mean, an early goal it's football cliche, isn't it? But early goals for Leeds genuinely do settle us down a lot under Daniel Farke, and it's not been. I don't think we've ever lost when we've gone into the lead under Daniel Farke. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but it's close. I don't think we've ever really lost. So, yeah, if we go 1-0 up early on, I mean, obviously we've dropped off a lot after doing that, but hopefully we just keep on the pressure, keep piling on the pressure. Wayne Dawson saying, I've always liked Aronson, a really good workaholic. Yeah, he does work hard, Aronson. At least you can always say that, can't you? He's trying his best. He's trying to get the ball. He's trying to do something. So you can never complain about that. Mime Flight says, yes, I do think Jan signings too, but seeing if any injuries need covering as well. Yeah, that's true. And potentially January is a good time for loans, isn't there? Where maybe there's a player who's been out on loan for the first 6 months of the season and it's not really worked out for them and they've been recalled. Then you get a second one in. So yeah, it's kind of it depends on what really happens, but I think it's a good time to bring in loan signings as well, which is never a bad thing in the Championship because you can certainly get decent players from Premier League teams. On the visual radio, Ewan Man, on the visual radio. We are just a few minutes away from kickoff now. At the moment, I'm just seeing some credits roll by, so hopefully the actual program starts very, very soon. Some sort of program about Plymouth, that was. Although I think we might be on the actual footage now. No, we're looking at the wrong thing here. I mean, it says that this is the right. Let me just double check. Because it currently looks like it's bloody like... What teams are these? Peterborough and somebody else. Well, I thought I was on the right thing there, but let's hope it's on the right one. Just out of curiosity, those of you who are abroad, like Robert Wetzel, what channel are you watching it on in your country? Because it seems to me that CBS, I've just seen online somewhere that somebody else is watching it, are playing a different game to what I thought it was. Paramount Plus. Let's see if I can... Any particular channel, Robert? I'm struggling here. I thought I had it, and it's playing the wrong game. I mean, I thought I had the... I'm sure we'll find it at least once the game starts. I think I'm going to start the timer now, just in case. But I'm just still trying to get the game here. Because I did have it, but it's playing literally the wrong game. Although I wonder if this is the... It's playing Peterborough versus Wrexham. So I wonder if I play Peterborough versus... No, they're both Peterborough versus Wrexham. It's not playing it the wrong way around. This is very irritating. Just still trying to get... Well, we will find it shortly, don't worry. We're just making sure that we get the right thing here. So it's not on being. My last two, I can't see that. Can somebody else put something in the chat so Chewy Backer's comment moves up? Let's try DAZN. DAZN Canada. Well, this is very irritating. I'm sure we'll find it shortly. Otherwise, this is going to be the worst stream ever. Oh, we've got it. We've got it. For some reason, it's switched right back to the thing again. Firpo cut the ball across there, and Nonto had his shot blocked, so Leeds had a little bit of an early chance there. Well, we're on now, and we could see. I don't know what time the game's actually on. I've got no timer, actually, I don't think. So I'm just going to have to leave the timer because I've got no timer on the actual game. Here are Hull City playing the ball back to the goalkeeper here. Out to the centre-back, and he's going to have to play that quickly because Leeds are closing down and quick here. Bogle's all the way up in the right wing position, closing down. And then I think it's Alfie Jones is able to clear. Rodon wins that header. Flicked on there by Ampadu, and then won back again. Here's Brendan Aronson. Dropped back to Gruev, and now to Strauch again. Welcome everybody who's joining. Here's Meslier. Ball back with Meslier now in goal, and Rodon now gets it. Gives it back to Meslier again. What's our team? Here you go. And Tanaka and Ramazani are on the bench. Here's Meslier. Plays that one out to Rodon. And now down the line to Bogle, who just can't quite get there ahead of the Hull City winger. And it's going to be a Leeds throw-in right outside Daniel Farke's dugout. Meslier now. Out to Strout, and then all the way out wide now to Firpo, who tries to play a ball down the line here. Who is that? Is that Solomon? Solomon trying to hold off his player and go past him. Drops it off. Now he cuts inside. Looking for a pass here. Drops it off now to Ampadu. Here's Nonto. Now Rodon. Back to Strauch. Hull City trying to press a little bit here and force Leeds back, but Leeds are doing well to get away from that. But Gruev's ball is poor there, and now Hull City can get the ball back, but Gruev wins it back again. Well done, Gruev, for winning that ball back after losing it. Nonto with a nice little ball out to Bogle. Now Nonto makes a run down the right-hand side. Looks like it's actually Nonto's going to be playing on the right and Solomon's going to be playing on the left, when I thought it would be the opposite of that. So, yeah, it remains to be seen what happens with that. How that works. Nonto, though, cutting inside now. He's running through the centre circle. Plays the ball to Solomon. He's got Firpo outside him. Firpo cuts the ball back across the box. Or who's about to. Now he plays it back to Nonto. Here's Nonto inside the box. Gives it to Aronson. And then Gruev shoots. Goalkeeper dives down and catches that one. Chewy saying you're about 15 seconds ahead of my stream, Max. Right now I'm 4 minutes. Yeah, to be honest, I don't know what time the game is because there's no timer on the screen. But that's what happens when you watch it on the visual radio. Here come Hull City then. Just playing out from the back then. Ball back to the goalkeeper again, and Mateo Joseph putting a bit of pressure on. Now Solomon comes to join him. Back to the goalkeeper. Well, Gruev's having that. Gruev's having that little bit of a kind of attacking renaissance in pre-season, wasn't he? So hopefully we do see more of that. Ball out to the right-hand side, chested down here. And then ball into the box here, but Strauch is pulled down by the attacker, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. Good defending there from Pascal Strauch, but Leeds were nearly caught on the counter-attack. I'm assuming Bedia, the striker for Hull City, is a new player, a new signing, because I don't remember him from last season. Here's Bogle, gets tackled but still has the ball and then drops it back off to Rodon. Now Meslier, having a little look. Into Gruev and then back to Meslier again. Now Rodon gives him his option. Back to Meslier. Hull City are playing a fairly high line, trying to disrupt Leeds' efforts to play out from the back here, so Leeds are going to have to be careful that they don't get caught on the by the press here. Meslier, he may have to go long here, but no, he plays it to Pascal Strauch. Now Strauch into Firpo, back to Gruev. Well played out there from Leeds, and Aronson takes that one. Aronson inside to Nonto. Nonto couldn't quite get the room to turn there, but he gives it back to Gruev. Now Rodon, that's really good play from Leeds there. Calm play, played it out from the back, and now we're up past the halfway line. Here's Rodon, who plays the ball out left to Junior Firpo. I have just lost the feed, but I've got it back now. Here's Strauch to Firpo, and then actually it's blocked out for a corner kick there, so Leeds have a corner. Gruev steps up to take this corner for Leeds. You can see how popular that yellow shirt is, by the way, in the crowd. Headed away at the front post. Poor corner. Solomon plays it back to Bogle. Bogle tries to play it into the box. Here's Mateo Joseph on the edge, and now Brendan Aronson can't quite get the ball under his spell in the box and shoot, but again, good play from Leeds. Putting that pressure on early when the ball came back out to Bogle there. The first thing he did was played it directly into Mateo Joseph's feet, and Joseph did really well to get the ball to Aronson, but Aronson's touch just didn't quite allow him to take a shot. Here are Hull City, though, with the goalkeeper. Yeah, like I was saying, you can see how many Leeds shirts there are in the crowd. Sorry, how many Leeds shirts? Of course there is. How many yellow Leeds shirts there are in the crowd. I'd say it's honestly maybe just under 50-50. So that away shirt, and think about it, we haven't had a yellow shirt in years, so the white shirts that are in the crowd could be Leeds shirts from years and years and years gone by, but the yellow shirt has to be this season's one, so that's how many people have bought it. Afternoon, John Garside. Welcome to the chat. Ball back with the Hull City goalkeeper here. Plays it out to the centre-back and then gets it back again. Leeds not having a highly intensive press, but they are sticking players high up, and Mateo Joseph goes down to close the goalkeeper here. They're going to have to try and play it down the line here, Hull City, but that one has gone out, and it's going to be a Jaden Bogle throw-in. Here's Bogle, throws it into Nonto. Nonto trying to keep a hold of it, but it's taken off him eventually. But then Mateo Joseph tries to win it back. But now Hull City do eventually win the ball back after a bit of a scramble. Ball down the line here, and then a little 1-2, but Solomon cuts it out, and now Strauch has it. Here's Firpo. Now Aronson. And Nonto comes forward with it. Nonto, can he have a shot from the edge? Can he play it to Bogle? Bogle tries to shoot, and he's just put it in the side net, and he really needed to cut that ball back across there or shoot earlier, Bogle. But in the end, he has wasted the chance. Yeah, Baden Jogle, if you were in Joe Blackburn's stream last night where I was on, I decided that Baden Jogle and Funia Jerpo would be enjoyable names. But yeah, Baden Jogle there, he just slices across it. He needs to shoot there or chip it across the box. Like dink it over the goalkeeper so that someone else can get on it. Played out from the back here, again by Hull City. Who's the Hull City coach now? Is it still Liam Rosinia? We've not been shown on the screen at any point, really, but... Here come Hull City going back all the way to the goalkeeper. Matteo Joseph closing down. They've gone out to the left back here. Leeds not really giving them many options, but a good ball ends up with a midfielder playing it right back to the goalkeeper. So who's the manager now then, CB? I genuinely have not been keeping up with it. Sujal, welcome to the stream, mate. Hello, Max and all Leeds fans. Sorry I haven't been able to join recently. Absolutely no problem. Daughter getting married, so been a bit busy. Yeah, congratulations to her. Got to win this one. Yeah, I think I said this before. This is one of those games where even though Hull City are a good side, we've got to be winning it. Let's win it going into that international break and give everybody a little bit of confidence again. It's a long ball forward from Hull City, a very hopeful one that just drifts into the hands of Leeds United's French number 1, Illan Meslier. It was Liam Miller, actually. I didn't realise he'd gone to Hull, because he was one that Leeds were looking at. Here's Rodon. Down the line here to Jayden Bogle. Now Nonto, and now Bogle gets it back into Matteo Joseph, whose little flick doesn't quite go where he wanted it to. Way too much on it. And it goes all the way through to the Hull City goalkeeper. Still got the ball here, and he plays it out now to the centre back. Quilino toes. Mellier's going to have to come out and get that one, and he does. He just cleverly drops back into his box and picks it up. It was just a long, hopeful ball over the top again. Nobody's answered me, so I'm going to Google it. Hull City manager. Tim Walter. Never heard of him. Nonto to Strauch. Down the line here to Firpo, who plays it inside to Nonto. Nonto looking for an option now, going past Jones, tries to get the ball across, blocked out for a corner kick there to Leeds. Oh, they did say it. Yeah, actually, sorry guys. My apologies. That did get answered. Corner comes into the box from Gruev. Headed away there by Hull City. A better corner, but still defended. Now Aronson trying to close down Hull City defenders here as they try to get the ball away. They've done really well there, to be fair to them, but they are still pinned in a little bit. Here comes the left back up the line. Plays the ball forward. Good foot there by Rodon, but it goes straight back to them, and they've got a counter-attack on here. Here comes Liam Miller looking towards the box now. He's lost it a little bit there, and Leeds are able to eventually, through a massive lack of communication, clear the ball. But Meslier should have come out and claimed that when Rodon left it. But also, I don't know, Liam Miller kind of got stuck over his own feet, and then Strauch and Rodon just didn't speak to each other. I think we're going for a record, actually, aren't we? How many possible corners can we take without scoring one? I think the last one we scored was against Leicester, wasn't it? Do you remember the Jorginho corner goal against Leicester? That must have been the last one we took. Well, last one we scored. If anyone can remember any that were more recent than that, then put it in the chat down below. Little chipped ball forward from Hull City again, just kind of drifts out into touch, and it's going to be a Leeds United throw in. He's just showing the Hull City manager now. Here's Meslier. Out to Joe Rodon. Joe Rodon with a long ball forward to Matteo Joseph, who drops that one off to Brendan Aronson nicely. Now Nonto, he's got Bogle outside him, but he's tackled there by Liam Miller, and now Miller's able to come back the other way. He's got runners ahead of him. Cuts inside here, but Brendan Aronson does really well to win that back. Well done. I think it might have been against Harrogate maybe, but it wasn't a direct header from a corner. It was literally, I think it bounced back out, didn't it? And was it Sam Chambers who scored it? Ampadu out to Gruev now. Gruev on the left-hand side plays the ball right down the line to Firpo. Firpo looking for a passing option here, but has to go backwards to Gruev. Leeds still got the ball though with Ampadu. Now Gruev again. Now Solomon facing up against O'Moore. Tackled, but still wins the ball back and gets it back to Gruev now. Here's Ampadu. Poked into Firpo and then back out wide to Gruev again. Gruev might cross. No, he plays it inside to Aronson. Now Ampadu. Leeds just trying to work an opportunity to get the ball in the box here. Here's Gruev. Nice ball inside to Firpo. Then back to Brendan Aronson. Now Nonto. Nonto tackled there, and it is going to be a Leeds free kick. Hits over on the left-hand side, so I wouldn't particularly say it was Gruev territory. But certainly a chance to cross the ball into the box. Preston 1-0 against Oxford. Thanks, freshly picked. Remember as well, guys, anybody who's joined since, don't say in the chat if a goal's gone in at either end before I have reacted to it. Here's Brendan Aronson then to take with Gruev. Stood over the ball as well. I don't think they're going to have a shot. It's never going to go in from here. Yeah, Gruev skies it over the bar. John Garside asking how long's Nonto's new contract? Till 2028. So a 3.5-year deal. 3.5? Must be the full 4 years. Yeah, 4-year deal. Yeah, because it'll be till June 30th, 2028. Yeah, Sam Byram did score from a corner, Sujal, but I think that was before. Jorginho's one against Leicester. Somebody Google it for me, because you'll know by Sam Byram's goal and then the Leicester game which one was earlier. Here's Strauch. Leeds with plenty of space inside their own half to play the ball around. Strauch plays that one all the way back to Meslier. Jack Charlton scored from corners. He did CB, but that was a few years ago. No, there isn't any. That's what they said as well. They've categorically said there's no release clause in the contract, I think. It wouldn't be as bad if they put a release clause in there for like 50 million or something, would it? But because they were so low, we've just kind of lost out on all our players. Anyway, let's talk about more happy things, like the fact that this game is still level and hopefully Leeds can go ahead and get a goal. I'd like to see Mateo Joseph get on the score sheet. I think he's been unlucky not to so far, and he played really well in the last game. Here's Pandur, the goalkeeper, out to the right back and played down the line. Closed down by Leeds, and now Firpo can win it back. And does win Leeds a throw-in in the end. I think he has, Sujal, and I think I said this before, but when we first talked about it, but I think he's been promised a starring role, and that he'll be in the first team every week, and that if we don't go up, they'll sell him. If we do go up, we'll have a Premier League Nonto, which should be good. Here's Gruev. Has to play it back again to Strauch. Strauch forward into Ampadu. Can Ampadu play a forward pass? No, sideways. Now Gruev does play a forward pass into Firpo. Here's Brendan Aronson now. Back again to Gruev and then across to Ethan Ampadu. Spreads the play out wide to Jayden Bogle. He's got runners beyond him. He's got Nonto making a run out wide, but he's closed down well by the Hull City players, and Leeds are back again at the back with Strauch. Now Firpo. Now Gruev. Nice little flick there by Aronson, I think it was. I don't know. I think the Hull City player was, I don't know who it was. I can't remember what his name is, but he was directly on top of the ball there. I'm sure that's obstruction. Coyle it was. Yeah, he was just lying on top of the ball, and Leeds were trying to get it back, and he was obstructing it. So it is going to be a free kick to Hull City, though. Referee urging Hull City to hurry up with this, and I think it's going to be the goalkeeper who comes out and takes it from that right back position. He's chipped it long down the line. Headed away by Strauch well. Mateo Joseph battles for it, but Leeds have got it here again. Here's Brendan Aronson coming forward. They attempted to foul him here, but the ball out wide now with Mateo Joseph cutting into the box. Tries to play it across. It's flicked over, and the goalkeeper in the end has to slap that one over the bar. It's going to be a Leeds corner kick. Good little bit of play there from Leeds, but I think Aronson put too much on that pass for Mateo Joseph. This is actually what I was talking about. When I said I wanted a specialist number 10, I said I wanted them to be able to play killer passes and have the ability to drop a shoulder, be press resistant, keep hold of the ball. I think Aronson's got all the second half of that, to be able to keep it, to be able to press well, and to not be pressed. Leeds have scored, but it's offside. Nonto it was at the back post. The ball dribbled across the box after the ball came back in from Gruev, I think. And yeah, Nonto tapped it in, but it was offside. But Aronson, for me, doesn't have the killer pass, and I think that was a good example of it there. That should have been a better pass into Mateo Joseph, and instead he was forced wide. What happened there? The ball came back out to the edge of the box, and then, yeah, Nonto was just in an offside position. I think it was Strauch who played it across the box there. Nonto ends up being offside. His Coyle running across the face of his own goal here, which is not something you see very often. Dropped off now to the left centre-back. And then played back to Pandura in goal. To be fair, I think what Leeds should have done is swapped the goal in front of the south stand. Instead of having metal posts, he should have made them out of bamboo, because there's a panda in there and he might just move to the side and start chewing on them so Leeds could score. So just something to think about for next time we play them. Here's Ampadu. Road on. Out wide to Bogle. Bogle inside there to Mateo Joseph. Gives it back to Bogle again. Good little bit of interplay. Now Gruev across to Ampadu. Into Solomon's feet. Now flicked on there by Aronson, but couldn't quite get a good enough touch on it. Oh, Rodon has done some sort of weird scorpion kick there. And now Hull City are in on goal. Meslier with a very good save in the end. Although, I think it might have been a bit of a camera save, that. I think it was straight at him. Yeah, they both went up for the header there. Rodon and Bedia, and Rodon just kind of almost flipped and back-heeled it forward. Meslier made a good save in the end. I think it's one you'd expect him to make, but a good save nonetheless. Corner kick, though, to Hull City. Bamboozled by the suggestion. Thanks, CB. Enjoyed that one. Gruev trying to battle, but the ball still comes into the box here. Headed away by Firpo and then flicked back into the box, and then Meslier can catch that one and roll it out, and Leeds might be on the counter-attack here. Here's Solomon. Now Ampadu. Chips that one forward. Oh, couldn't quite get it through to Nonto. They've got a player down here, Hull City. Louis Coyle is still on the deck. I don't know what happened to him, but I don't think it counts, Paul. Paul's saying we scored from a corner. Hell's bells, it's offside. I don't think it counts. That's not scoring from a corner for me. I'm talking about actually whipping the ball in the box and heading it in. I think that counts as scoring from a corner, not one that comes out and then back across the box and then tapped in at the back post. Or it could even be a flicked header and somebody else heads it in. Or somebody else volleys it in. But I don't think it would be Oh, we're getting the offside again, actually, watching this one. Yeah, Nonto is like... So that's a 6-yard box, so he's 3 yards offside. Rodon with a long ball down the line here. Straight to a Hull City player. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about his passing. Now the ball back with Hull City's goalkeeper, Panda. Alfie Jones into Coyle, who seems to have made a remarkable recovery. Here's Alfie Jones again. Now Coyle down the line to O'Moore. Then Coyle plays a long ball out to the left-hand side. Here's Liam Miller coming down the left-hand side on their side of the pitch, trying to cut the ball across, but it's blocked by Bogle. Tell you what, that is something that Bogle's very, very good at. Actually being able to get a block in on crosses. I think he stops crosses so well. I mean, it does end up in a corner, which essentially is a free chance to cross the ball in the box, but I guess your players are allowed to get a bit more organised in that time. So that's the advantage. Looks like they're going to take it short here, and they have done. Ball curled into the box, headed away by Strauch. Not very far, though, and Miller can pick it up. Taken off him by another Hull player, though. Gruev trying to chase him down. He nearly took it off him there, Gruev. He would have been one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Yeah, some good signings been made, Jeff, haven't they? A couple of them on the bench today. Tanaka and Ramazani are both on the bench, so hopefully we see a little bit from them later on. Yeah, I think Bogle's already quite good, to be fair, Paul. But I think he's one of those where he's a very good attacking player, and he's not necessarily defensively fantastic, but he's decent, he's good enough. And we've brought in Schmidt as well, so if Bogle starts playing Schmidt, then we can bring Isaac on. That's going to be a foul there. Rodon holding back, and he's going to get a yellow card there, Rodon, for pulling the arms of the Hull City player who just got away from him. Well, what happened here? So Ryan Giles played it into the front man, and then Rodon, yeah, he just tried to pull the shirt. A couple of thanks, CB. A couple of fouls in there at once for Rodon, so no wonder it ended up being a yellow card. Here is Liam Miller, who plays it back to Jones, who plays it forward again, and here's Bedia. Does well to turn there for a big lad. Plays it out wide here to Miller again. Miller cuts it back across the box, and Meslier catches it. Leeds are potentially starting to concede a few too many chances here. Ball into the box again towards the back post, gone over everyone. I have noticed that Nonto and Solomon have swapped wings, by the way. So Nonto now out on the left, but Leeds come here on a counter-attack. Ball forward from Gruev, but Gruev was fouled in the build-up there. Ball forward, couldn't quite make it to Nonto, who was on the full sprint, but yeah, it's going to be a throw into Hull City in the end. Well, there's your problem, CB. The second word in that sentence is your problem. Facebook. And also, to be honest, Twitter as well. Most of the stuff that people spout on there is just nonsense anyway, so wouldn't put too much stock in it. Just have your own opinion. And I'm not saying that you don't, but you get what I mean, don't you? Here's Rodon. Now Strauch and Firpo. Strauch gets it back again. Here's Meslier. Plays it out to Strauch. Leeds kind of just playing it round at the back again. I think for me the window's been 7 out of 10, 6, 7 out of 10. What I think, and I discussed this last night on Joe Blackburn's show. What we needed to do was not improve the squad, which sounds crazy, I know. Not improve the squad, but to get back to the level of the squad that we had last season, because we've lost so many of those good players. When you look at that squad last season, it doesn't need improving. That's enough to go up. So what I'd say is that we needed to get back to a position where we could have as strong a squad as what we had then, which I think is what we've done. We've backfilled all those positions that we needed to fill. So we are back to square one, if you like, but that's not a bad thing because we are in a position where we have a full squad again and a full squad of decent players. So I don't think necessarily it was about adding anything extra as the priority, but for me, what would have taken it up to an 8 or a 9 out of 10 would be if we'd assigned that specialist number 10. So that's the kind of, that's where it falls down slightly for me, this transfer window. If we'd have got an out-and-out number 10 like Ilan Cabal, then it would have been a much higher rating. But 7, average, well, obviously 5's average, but 7, above average, decent, got ourselves back to the position we were in. Ball back with Pandur now in the Hull City goal. Played out to the right back here, and then down the line from Coyle. Gruev wins that one back, but they still go in here. Ball played out to the left-hand side. Here's Miller. Miller curls one just over the bar. He's got that in the locker, Miller, and we saw that. So he did it against Leeds for Preston last season. And you cannot let him cut inside like that. Bogle's obviously caught in two minds because he's got no help from the winger. He doesn't know whether to go down the line. But for me, the priority is always going to be stopping the shot from Miller from there. So I think you go that way, try and stop him shooting. And if he goes down the line, you've still got more chances, haven't you? Oh, Leeds have just lost the ball in a really bad position, and the ball came straight across the box there. And Bogle's now trying to challenge for it. It's going to be a throw into Hull City there. Oh, ball out from... We tried to play out from the back to Ampadu and just gave it away completely. That was very poor from Leeds. And now we've put ourselves under pressure again with this throw-in. It's going to be Ryan Giles to take it. That was a foul throw. But it's not been given us one, for those of you who aren't watching. Ampadu played that one back to Meslier, and Meslier can clear it this time. But it's not very far. And that is going to be a Leeds throw-in, though, so that might offer a little bit of momentary respite. Bogle getting ready to take this throw-in. Throws it inside to Mateo Joseph. His touch is just a bit heavy, and Hull win the ball back. Hull are in the ascendancy here, but Mateo Joseph has just won the ball back. Tries to turn, but the ball taken off him. He should have passed it earlier there, Mateo Joseph. Here's Miller out on the right-hand side again. Bogle needs to sprint back and help out Rodon here, because Rodon's on the edge of the box. Ball to the back post, headed away by Firpo well there. And now Gruev plays it out to the left-back roll. And then that's going to be a free kick against Bedia, who just shoulder barged Firpo over there, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. Yeah, it's off. He'll say it's 50-50 shoulder to shoulder Bedia, but it was off the ball. He just shoved him over, basically, just pushed him over. It was a bit too heavy-handed. Here's Rodon. Plays the ball forward. Oh, just can't quite get it into Nonto's feet. And now the ball back with Miller. Leeds win it back through a combination of Nonto and Bogle. Here's Nonto again. Plays it back to Ampadu, who chips that one forward because he had no choice really, but almost a really good ball out wide to Solomon. But Leeds can't really get hold of the ball at this moment in time. Hull City are pretty much dominating this game. Leeds potentially could have won that ball back then, but it's then eventually cleared by Hull, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in just outside the technical areas. He's not really had that much chance to get involved, Karen. He hasn't particularly managed to kind of get on the ball that much. He did in the first sort of 5-10 minutes. But after that, it's not really come down the side that he's been on. It's been a lot more Nonto's involvement. I can see Tanaka on the bench with Peru and Joffe and people like that, but I couldn't see Ramazani then. Don't think he was there. Must have been warming up. Bogle is trying to look at options for this throw-in and gives it to Brendan Aronson. Aronson with a really good turn. Can he play a pass now? Yeah, he's gone for the safe option and gone back to Pascal Strauch. Now Firpo with the ball back to Aronson, who can't quite touch it, but it is going to be a Leeds corner kick. Not that that means much, because it's a Leeds corner kick. Do I need to say more? Yeah, let's have a look at how this one comes in then. Pascal Strauch having a little word in the ear of Mateo Joseph. Here is Gruev's ball in. Leeds head it off the line by the goalkeeper, but again Nonto's offside from a corner. Nonto needs to stop standing in offside positions on corners. It's because you're in England, Alfie. It's the 3 PM blackout, so it's not on any sort of TV in England, and therefore it's let's give him what a shout out, Tamster man. Long throw in down the line here by Hull City, headed away by Leeds though, and now Mateo Joseph tries to flick it to Solomon. He tries to take a touch past Louis Coyle, but it is a handball against Hull City here, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds. Oh, Aronson can't quite get to that pass from Solomon, and it's going to be a throw-in for Junior Firpo to take. Here's Firpo. Gets the ball back and now gives it to Gruev, who does give the ball away. Strauch wins it back though, and now Firpo somehow manages to keep the ball here. Here's Strauch down the line now to Solomon, looking for a way to get that one in the box. But no, plays it back to Gruev. Leeds are just playing it back a lot of the time, playing it backwards. Here's Strauch. We've got 259 people in the chat, which is amazing, but only 80 likes. So just 20 of you like it, and we'll have 100 likes, and I'll be happy. Just as Leeds get themselves another corner after a blocked cross from Junior Firpo. So corner kick to Leeds again here, hopefully this time, after the 130th corner or whatever it is, Leeds might actually be able to get the ball in the back of the net. Gruev, 2 arms up, indicating maybe the penalty spot. Headed away again. See, a lot of I think we'd score more corners in the Premier League than we would in the Championship. A lot of Championship teams have just got massive centre backs, and it's just hard to get a header ahead of them. Here's Strauch, who just clips that one forward to Nonto, who's in an offside position again. Nonto really needs to watch that. He's constantly in an offside position here. I know that he's trying to get forward, he's trying to play on the last man, but he's been caught offside 3 times now in this first half, and he really needs to make sure he doesn't, because I still think he would have got the ball there if he wasn't in an offside position to start with. Still can't see Ramazani on the bench. I can see Byram, Darlow, Tanaka, Joffe, Piru. But still no Ramazani. Oh, look, he's warming up. That's why he's warming up. I can see them all walking back now. There's a few players warming up there. Bogle ready to take this throw in then. Strauch. Bogle sends it forwards. We've hit 108 likes. Thanks, everybody. Rodon. With a good piece of defending there against the forward play of Hull City. Giles takes that throw in though. Down the line again here to Giles. Now inside. Potentially could have been offside there, but Leeds win the ball back. It was offside, but Leeds would have won the ball back anyway. Willie keeps being offside ever since he extended. I wonder why. Meslier. Thanks, Robert. Meslier is going to send this one long. Headed away there by Hull and then picked up by Ampadu though. Good defending from him. Or good winning the ball back. Here's Strauch. Aronson. Plays it back to Firpo and now Gruev. Gives it back to Firpo again and they can go forward now. Here's Solomon. Trying to open up a chance to cross the ball maybe. Yeah, I think he's going to soon learn about the standard of refereeing in this league. I think it was Coyle. He had his arms all over Solomon and was pulling his shirt the whole time. And yeah, because it's a Willie extension. That was the joke, Chewy, and that's why he's offside. What was I going to say then? Oh yeah, the referee didn't give it, and he was literally just pulling the shirt of Solomon the whole time there, and then Solomon gave up and went, well, that's obviously a free kick, and it didn't get given. Here's Nonto. Trying to come forward here down the right hand side, cuts back, looking for an option. Can he get the ball in? He's been tackled there. Are they going to? Yeah, and they're able to clear the ball away here. Leeds don't really look like they've got any ideas when they get into the final third at the moment, and it's a bit worrying. Here's Gruev. Plays it out wide to Firpo. Yes, Chewy, that was it. Oh, Aronson nearly with a perfect line splitting pass, but Aronson goes to shoot the second time. It's blocked, and I think it's... Oh, no, it's going to spin out for a throw-in right by the corner flag. Bogle then to take this one. I know Ampadu's got a bit of a long throw-in in the locker, but it might be Bogle that takes this one. Here's Joseph, back to Bogle. Was taken short. Now Joseph again. Aronson. Ampadu played all the way across to Strauch now. Firpo. His non-toes are offside. Wow. I think that's going to be a free kick to Leeds there. Out on the left wing with a chance to cross the ball into the box. Yeah, I mean, Coyle's literally trying to rugby tackle him at that point. Again, Aronson and Gruev stood over this one. I think it's more likely to be a cross this time. Hopefully just drop it in at the back post and somebody might be able to get their toe on it. It's going to be Aronson to take. Gruev walks away. Although, it could be taken short to Gruev on the edge. They're now moving one player out the wall to go and mark Gruev, or to go and sort of zonally mark the run that he might make. And there's now only one player in the wall. Aronson curls that one in towards the back post. It's flapped out by the goalkeeper, but it's going to be a corner kick to Leeds. Yeah. Just can't quite get a good enough touch on it there, the goalkeeper, and it's going to be a corner to Leeds here. It's going to be Aronson to take this one as well. Aronson to take then. Ball comes into the box. Headed away. How many times have we ever said that? Bogle here. Bogle tackled, and that one's going to drift all the way back, and it's going to be a Leeds United goal kick. What? It's going to be half time. I just was in autopilot there as the half was ending. It's half time. Leeds 0, Hull City 0. I will just take a comfort break, and I'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you hit that like button. Get your questions in. Anything about the transfer window. Anything you want to talk about at half time. Get that in the chat. Questions about formation, the way we're playing, anything. Put that in the chat and we'll talk about it shortly. Hello. CB saying, come on, Leeds score before the break. We didn't. I wish we did. We didn't. Mark Barlow saying law of averages must kick in soon for us to score from a corner. You'd think so, wouldn't you? But there's also another famous saying, probability has no memory. And that applies very much to our corner taking, doesn't it? Tamster Man, Joseph is going to get some stick if he doesn't score soon. I want him to stay up front myself. Yeah, look, I don't think he's going to get that much stick because in the last game against Sheffield Wednesday, he got man of the match. He was very, very good in that game. He did everything but score and getting assists and stuff as well. So, look, I don't think his position's in any danger at the moment. Especially because Joel Peru doesn't really suit the system and Patrick Bamford's injured. I don't think his position's in that much danger. I just hope that he scores a goal soon, just for his own confidence more than anything. I don't think it gets him dropped if he doesn't score again. But for his own confidence and for his own game, I think he should. I think he should get a goal soon. Anyway, what was the next question? Paul Brennan saying we've had 7 shots, 1 on target and 6 corners. We should be 1-0 up, like Penny said. Yeah, the thing is, they actually had a period of dominance in that half where they had a lot of the ball. They had a lot of chances to shoot and chances to score. Sorry, they didn't have a lot of chances to shoot or chances to score, though. They didn't do much with their possession. And when they did, it was because Leeds made bad mistakes to kind of open up opportunities for them to score. Now, the chances that we had, when you actually look at them, none of them are fantastic chances, and I think that's what we've been struggling with, actually creating proper opportunities to be able to score. So that's what I want us to do a little bit better in the second half. Welcome, Justin O'Dell, one of our Leeds Lately members as well. Like I said before, if you want to become a Leeds Lately member, hit that join button, and it'll help me on my way to being able to do this full time, which would be amazing. Nonto looks desperate to score, but really needs to stay onside. I think that's why he's offside, Wayne, isn't it? He's spending too much time offside because he's so desperate to get that little advantage to try and score a goal. Yeah, and in the end, he's caught himself offside 3 times, which is quite a lot for a first half. Thank you so much, Wayne Dawson, for becoming a Leeds Lately member. I really, really appreciate every single one of you who becomes a Leeds Lately member and supports the channel. It really does mean the world to me that people are happy to support the channel for the content that I put out. So thank you so much for joining, Wayne, and of course, thank you so much to the rest of our Leeds Lately members for your continued support. What were we saying here? Somebody said before as well, Coyle no yellow for as bad a hold as what Rodon did. Yeah, there's no consistency with the referee, and that is the word, isn't it? There's no consistency. Sometimes they'll make a really good call, and then other times they'll make a terrible call based on the exact same situation or very similar situation. So, yeah, it's not up to scratch, is it really, the refereeing in this division? Welcome, Ben, from Rad Music Chat. Ben's joined us as well. Welcome, everybody who is joining. Although, actually, we've lost quite a few viewers because it's half-time. Anyway, somebody said, how's Solomon playing? Not badly, not amazingly. I think if I was to... If right now you had to ask me which winger to swap for Laji Ramazani in the second half, then it's Solomon at the moment, because I think Nonto, whilst yes, he has been offside, he's having more of an impact. So I'd like to see Ramazani come on at some point and see if he can impact the game. Of course, he is on the bench. Those of you who have joined since the start and aren't able to see this, this is the starting lineup. Melier, Bogle, Rodon, Strauch, Firpo, Ampadu, Gruev. Solomon gets his debut, Aronson, Nonto and Joseph. And then, of course, on the bench as well, there is Laji Ramazani and Autanaka, who are both new signings. And of course, we couldn't quite get Isaac Schmidt in the starting 11 or in the squad because he only signed so late last night. So that's why he's not been in. Everybody basically saying that Solomon's been quite good, but it's a bit of a learning curve. Thank you so much to CB for the super chat. I really, really appreciate those. They really mean a lot to me when they come in, so thank you so much for that, CB. We are missing Dan the Man. Yeah, I think Dan James, he always gets underrated. No matter what happens, Dan James will be eternally underrated. But, as they say, to an opposition defender, underestimate Dan James at your peril, because when he is running at you, or running past you more accurately, you've not got a hope in the world of catching him. So long may his underestimation continue. Justin O'Dell saying, do you think we'll get to see either of the new lads? I think if we're pushing for a winner, I think we do see Tanaka and Laji Ramazani, because they're the type of players where Ramazani would come on in the central midfield as a number 8 who is more likely to get forward and help with the attack. So that's Tanaka, I said then, I think. But I am talking about Tanaka. He's somebody who would be a bit more aggressive, a bit more forward-thinking than Gruev. And then Laji Ramazani as well. He offers electric pace, which is kind of what you're missing when you don't have Dan James in the team. So, yeah, and that kind of explosive pace as well, the ability to go, bang, I'm going past somebody, and that can open up defences massively. So I would like to see both of them come on, to be honest. Wayne saying the first shot that Meslier had to save was a certain foul and should have been a free kick. Great save, but Meslier needs to be more vocal and make better decisions. Yeah, I do think that that save was the one where he kind of like went like that and slapped it over the bar, wasn't it? So that was a good save. It was a save that he should have been making, but a good save nonetheless. But I think there was some moments, and I think there was a moment where the ball came through and Rodon and Strauch and Meslier all failed to communicate with each other, and the ball just kind of rolled through everyone and nobody picked it up, and Rodon just had to go, okay, I'm just going to send this one out for a throw in then. But that was a moment where you think you've got to have better communication skills between the players, and that was very worrying. Karen as well saying that we're missing Dan James. Chewbacca saying, I like the rotation up front. Willie, Solomon, Brendan, is this total fark ball? Yeah, it's nearly total fark ball. He still wants that number 10. He still does want that number 10, but it's 90% of the way there to total fark ball. We're not particularly playing it that well in this game, shall we say. But I think it can improve in the second half, and I think with the players that we've got on the bench, I can certainly see it getting better in the second half. Big Chazza saying, love the stream because it's less anxiety inducing than actually watching it. Yeah, I am quite level headed, so I do tend to keep quite level head. The only times where I really got nervous last season was obviously the playoffs and the final games of the season. So it's not so much in the early season that I'm that nervous about these games, so I tend to keep a cool head. Ben is saying that apparently Ramazani is faster than Dan James though, which is wild. Yeah, see, I think it's a different kind of pace. I think Daniel James is very, very quick and he covers a lot of ground, but I think Ramazani is more of an explosive starter. Like, I think perhaps, think about it this way. If you were already set off and you could only measure them 5 seconds after they started sprinting and they're at the same level, I think Dan James would probably win. But I think if you put them on blocks and put them in like an athletic style blocks race, I think Ramazani might win because he's so explosive off the mark. He's like, bang, go. And it's, yeah, so I think it'll be interesting to see how he does it. I think that's actually more effective for football at times, the explosiveness. I've talked about that in the video where I talked about Laji Ramazani and his kind of profile. So if you haven't seen that, check it out after the stream. But yeah, acceleration versus pace, Seb Williams is saying. So yeah, exactly. So, and I think he's the ability that he has to do that, Ramazani, will take players out of the game, and it will allow everybody else around him to make runs forward off him based on what they know he might do. Aronson's working so hard, Ben says. Yeah, he always does, doesn't he? He always works really hard, Aronson, and that's something you can never fault him for. But Chewbacca saying meant sort of like Farker's version of total football. Yeah, he does like to see rotations, and he's always liked to see rotations. I think the good thing about Aronson is, while he's maybe not the perfect 10 for us, he is somebody who's played out on the left-hand side and played out on the right-hand side, so he can make those rotations. So I think, yeah, the rotations across that front line are very, very good. Yeah, Wayne saying he would like to see Ramazani and Dan James in a race. Me too. Hopefully, I would like to see them at some point, one on either wing, because it really gives Ampadu or Gruev or whichever one of our good players can play a long ball forward. There's always an ability to stretch the play and put people in behind if you've got options in both directions. That's a good shout, actually, Wayne. I'll have a look. I'll have a look. Matches. So let's go through the fixtures at the moment. So in the early kickoffs, or actually yesterday, QPR beat Luton 2-1 at Luton. Burnley 1 Blackburn Rovers, 1 at Turf Moor. I'm not going to say every stadium, that's going to become a slog. Middlesbrough beat Cardiff 2-0 away. Coventry lost 1-0 to Norwich at home. Millwall and Sheffield Wednesday are drawing at half-time. West Brom 1, Swansea 0 at half-time. Portsmouth 0, Sunderland 1 at half-time. Leeds United 0, Hull City 0, of course, at half-time. Plymouth Argyle 0, Stoke City 0 at half-time. Oxford United 1, Preston 1, Derby County 1, Bristol City 0, and those are also, of course, at half-time as well. The only kickoff tomorrow is the only game, tomorrow is Sheffield United versus Watford. But yeah, a lot of drawing in these games. A couple of winners. Leeds players are all heading back out onto the pitch now, by the way. So it is going to be kicking off very shortly. Echoes of generations there. I've just seen a picture of Jorginho Rutter and James Milner sat on the bench talking to each other. And yeah, echoes of generations of Leeds there. We are about to kick off, though, in this second half. So just getting ready for that. Referee just checking everybody's okay with this. And then he's going to get the game kicked off again. I wish footballers were robots and it didn't take 15 minutes to wait for half-time. Because half-time is like the longest wait you can ever have. It's the longest 15 minutes in the world. Oh, we're underway again here. I missed it by about a second, but oh well, you're nearly on time. Strauch plays a long ball forward here, headed away by Coyle. Now picked up in the midfield by Hull City, and they come forward again. Rodon does enough to put the player off from going forward there, but eventually he finds his way out to Ryan Giles in the left-back position. Here's Jones now. Now Coyle, all the way back to the goalkeeper, Panda. Oh, we've actually got a timer on the screen now. That's weird. Long ball forward here from Sheffield United. I think I got confused because Bogle was the one heading it away from Hull City. And it's going to be a free kick to Leeds, though, in the end, because Bedia fouled the Leeds player. Yeah, I think Bedia just puts an elbow into the back of Ampadu there and pushes him over. Here's Nonto, drops it back off here to Bogle, who plays it forward to Mateo Joseph. Now Nonto again. It's going well to go forward here, Nonto, but fouled, tripped over in the end by Jones it was, who was caught well out of position. Yeah, Nonto's playing. Am I pleased with the first half, says Pete? No. I'm not upset by it, but I think it needs to improve. Firpo tries to get that one in the box, and now Coyle might be able to clear it. Oh, it's actually Omur. Ball cleared down the line now eventually, but only as far as Pascal Strauch. Here's Strauch again. Into Firpo. Now Gruev. Good little bit of interplay, and the ball ends up with Solomon on the left-hand side, and now Brendan Aronson tries to go through, and then a tackle by Firpo sent out for a Hull City throw in, and again Leeds kind of dropped the ball a little bit on our attacking play. It's a bit frustrating to see because we had the ball in a decent position there. Here's Mateo Joseph. Now Ampadu. Nonto now picks it up on the right-hand side. He's cutting inside, though. He's in just outside the box. Looking for a chance to shoot. Nonto blocked away there. Didn't have much power on it anyway. Firpo heads it forward though to Solomon. Here he is on the left-hand side. Cross into the box. Just doesn't quite make it to Aronson, but Firpo can pick it up again. Well done by Firpo. Now Ampadu. Nonto with a man on his back, and he is pushed over there. And it's going to be a Leeds free kick. Rutter missed 3 sitters today for Brighton, did he? Yeah, Nonto just fouled there in the midfield, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. 2 hands in the back by Zambrand, just pushed him over. Ampadu's got no one to pass this to and ends up passing it to Rodon. Now Bogle. Ampadu, he's not, I wouldn't say he's having a fantastic game, but he's just kind of being Ampadu. He's just a 7 out of 10. A lot of accurate passes. A lot of them going sideways and backwards. I would like to see him be more progressive. Here's Solomon just inside the box now. Still going. Solomon shoots, and now Aronson shoots straight into the goalkeeper's gloves. It's a good ball inside there to Solomon. The ball just taken away from him. And then Aronson's shot, it just needed to have more power on it and more aim towards the corners. It was straight down the goalkeeper's throat, ground level, not very powerful. Just needed to wrap his foot around it more. Here's Firpo out on the left. And now Strauch inside to Rodon. Bogle down the line here to Wilfred Nonto. Still going Nonto as he cuts inside. Back to Bogle again. Can Bogle squeeze the ball across? Ball still going in the box here, and it's cleared away by Giles in the end. Rodon wins that header back to Nonto again. Here's Gruev outside the box. Plays it into Solomon, whose touch somehow makes it back to Nonto, but it was an awful touch. Bogle tried to play that one across, and then a back-heeled clearance by the Hull City defender means that it's another Leeds United corner. Oh, and I've lost it. I hope I haven't lost it completely, because last time I just clicked off it and went back on again and it worked. I mean, I can watch Millwall versus Sheffield Wednesday if you want me to, but no, I've got it again. Don't worry about that. Gruev then with 2 arms up to take this corner. Whips it into the box. Goalkeeper just catches that one straight away. Ball out wide here to Miller. Trying to play the ball inside, and it's thrown goal, and Meslier comes out with a great tackle there. I actually think Meslier could have come out and got that with his hands, but maybe because he was so close to the edge of the box, he went with his feet. But regardless, Leeds come away with the ball, and here comes Aronson now into the opposition half, and he has lost it, but Gruev can pick it up. Now Firpo. He's got Solomon out wide, and he uses him. Solomon tries to play it down the line towards Firpo, and it's not a great pass, and it's cleared. Bedia keeps winning headers against our centre-backs. Here's Gruev. Now Nonto. Bogle. Ampadu. Seems to have slowed right down again here at Elland Road. Here's Nonto. Good little Trivella pass out wide to Firpo and then back again to Strauch. Here's Nonto, who's now on the left-hand side. Trying Trying to create a bit of an overload with him, Solomon, Aronson, and all those other players. And here is Nonto inside the box now. Nonto goes to shoot left-footed, and again it's blocked away, this time by Coyle. And it's going to be another Leeds corner kick. I think with all these corner kicks, we've got to score one of them. But, I mean, to quote myself, quoting somebody else, probability has no memory. So it doesn't mean that we're going to score, and the ball goes over for everybody and is out for a goal kick. Terrible. Showing a replay of Mellier's tackle before. Ball down the line to Miller from Giles here. Nonto trying to win it back, and he does. Great challenge. But then a good tackle by Zambrand off Gruev. A couple of sliding tackles went flying in, and Hull City now have the ball. Played back to the right back Coyle here. Then all the way back to Panda, and then out wide again. Liam Miller. Still going down the line here, Miller. Looking for a chance to put the ball in the box. Bogle facing up against him. Bogle with a good foot there, but it has gone to Zambrand on the edge, who's shot from distance, and it's flown way over the bar there. Yeah, Zambrand just sends that one flying over the bar. Sunderland 2 up. Thanks, Stephen. Leeds just need to up the tempo in this game, really. I think everything's slowed down a little bit. Everything's gone a little bit more lethargic. Just re-up the tempo, which is easier said than done, but Brendan Aronson tried a little flick there, and he's given the ball away. Here are Hull City on the halfway line now. Have to go backwards because the Leeds players forcing them to. Back with Jones. Now into the midfield here, and then out wide to Ryan Giles. He's got Miller beyond him, and he uses him. Miller looking for a way to get the ball in the box. He does, but Rodon heads it away, and then Gruev heads the second ball away. Giles picks it up, but it is going to be a Leeds free kick there. I think there was a high foot. Oh, Ampadu wanted to take that one quickly. Here's Rodon. Now Strauch. Apparently we're taking it again here. That's stupid from the referee, what he just did there. Firpo. Strauch. Now Ampadu. Down the line there to Nonto from Bogle, but he couldn't quite get it to him, and now Miller comes forward. Again, Miller is their danger man here for Hull City. Shoots from distance, blocked by Rodon, but it's come to the edge of the box again. Second shot blocked by Firpo well, but the ball's come back out to Miller again. Good foot by Ampadu to stop the pass, and now Nonto comes away with it, and it's going to be a free kick after that foul by Liam Miller on Ampadu, and Liam Ampadu is now lying in Liam Miller's lap with his head on his lap as if there was some sort of little baby or something, and that was very disturbing. Yeah, he dived in there, Miller, and then I think he was apologising by cuddling him. Yeah, Miller has been booked. Meslier sends that one long. Mateo Joseph might get there, you know. He does get there. He's trying to play it to Solomon here. Here is Solomon. Now back to Mateo Joseph. Oh, and then the ball cleared away by Coyle in the end. But Ampadu can win it back. Great foot by Ampadu. Now Strauch. Gruev drops it back off to Strauch again, and now down the line to Firpo. Firpo needs runners here, and he doesn't get them, so he goes backwards again to Strauch. Here's Gruev. Gruev tackled there, and Leeds might be in trouble as Bedier comes towards the halfway line. Good tackle by Gruev. And Leeds have won themselves another free kick after Zambrand, I think it was again, who goes in for a bad tackle on Gruev. Oh, Zambrano, is it? Zambrano? I thought that was a D. This is Liam Millar. AO. As in Liam Millar with an A in it. So it's a different person probably to what you're talking about. This is the one that played for Preston last season. He was at Basel, and now Hull City have brought him in. Canadian winger. Long ball forward there towards the goal. Oh, the goalkeeper makes a mistake there, and Leeds still have the ball out on the right-hand side. Here's Mateo Joseph, looking to try and get the ball in the box. Tries to get it across. It's dropped to the edge. Here's Solomon. And now Firpo shoots, and then a couple of deflections and the ball away. They just seem to be able to pack the ball pack the box with so many defenders every time, don't they? Yeah, are you making sort of reference to Lambrini, Chewy Backer? Yeah, Mateo Joseph gets the ball back across, and then Solomon just leaves it for Firpo to shoot, and then it takes a couple of deflections. I think it comes off Coyle, hits Omer. And Coyle and Omer have the exact same haircut, by the way, so it's so hard to tell them apart sometimes. Sunderland 3 up. Sunderland are going to be a prospect this season, aren't they? Here's Jones to Coyle. Played back to the goalkeeper. Back to Coyle again, and then out wide to the other centre-back who can come forward and play the ball into Ryan Giles. Now Giles into Millar. Looking to go down the line past Bogle, and he goes past whoever that was coming for a flying challenge, but Bogle wins the ball back well. Now Nonto. Aronson's released him, and Leeds can go forward here. There is some Hull City players back, but Nonto still charges forward with it. Great ball out wide to Solomon here. Solomon approaching the box. He's been tackled there by Coyle. Here's Aronson. Now Ampadu and Firpo. Solomon now on the left-hand side. Looking to cut in, shoots. Very tame shot down the keeper's throat there, and he can just catch it and fall on it. I think it's around now that is Laji Ramazani time. I think Laji Ramazani comes on that left-hand side, and I think he makes a difference in this game. I'd like to see him. Come on. Cleared there by Jones. Up now towards Firpo, and then Firpo can clear that one out into touch for a Hull City throw-in. I know that Farker won't be making any substitutes anytime soon, but I would like to see Ramazani in that role. Leeds trying to win the ball, but I think there was a bit of a handball. I mean, Ampadu's calling for a handball, but I think it was actually a handball. It would have been a handball against Junior Firpo. That was a long ball crossed in there, and then Liam Miller just headed it over the bar. It was a poor header in the end. Yeah, it just hit him on the top of the head and went straight up in the air there from Liam Miller. Here's Firpo though. Now back to Strauch. Strauch across to Joe Rodon and then gets it back again. Hull City again really playing quite high up the pitch here, and they've won the ball back off Leeds. Firpo though goes ahead and wins that one back. Well done Firpo. And now Meslier. He may have to go long here. He does. It goes long with his right foot all the way up towards the halfway line, and Giles is going to have to deal with this one. He kind of sends it straight up in the air, which Bogle might be able to win. It's actually a free kick against Liam Miller again for blocking Bogle on that header. So it's going to be a free kick to Leeds right on the halfway line. Just one of those where someone goes for a header and you just back into them and it just knocks them over, takes their legs from underneath them. But it is going to be a free kick to Leeds, and Ampadu's going to take it. Again, plays it short, goes to Strauch. Now Solomon out on the left-hand side. Goes backwards again to Strauch eventually. Here's Ampadu. Strauch. Now Solomon out on the left-hand side. Solomon goes past his man, gets the ball in the box. 1-0. Mateo Joseph has finally got his goal, but Emmett, I'm sorry, you are going to have to get temporarily banned because you've been in here so many times before. I'm just putting you in timeout for 10 minutes. You've been in here so many times before, and you know not to say whether there's been a goal or not, and you just spoiled it for me because I didn't know that. I knew then that goal was coming, so just haven't even celebrated now, so it's a bit annoying. Leeds are 1-0 up though. Ball into the box, and Mateo Joseph puts it in the back of the net. At last, Mateo Joseph gets his goal. Solomon got given the ball down the left-hand side. Went past his man and just was able to cross that ball into that front post where Mateo Joseph loves to make those runs. And Mateo Joseph, in the end, just gets a flick on it. So an assist for Solomon, a goal for Mateo Joseph, and Leeds are 1-0 up at last. I would still like to see Laji Ramazani, though. Good finish by Mateo Joseph, and finally gets himself that goal he so deserves. Remember, guys, obviously I just said to Emmett then, but please, please do not put whether a goal goes in this game. Please do not put it in the chat, because I won't have seen it, and it literally just ruins football for me. Can you imagine watching every game when you knew what the score was before it happened? It just literally no point watching it, so please, please try to remember not to do that. Ball back with Pandur here, the Hull City goalkeeper. As this goes on, hopefully Hull City start to realise that they're going to have to come out a little bit more to try and score. Oh, unlucky. Leeds score, somebody gets timeout, new tradition at the channel. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Emmett's been in the channel so many times before in the live streams, and he knows that we don't do that. Here's Ampadu. Now Solomon on the edge. Still got the ball here. Gives it back to Bogle. Bogle tries to play it through, and Leeds have somehow maybe still got the ball. Yep, Ampadu's got it here. Now Solomon is out on the right-hand side. Nonto, back to Solomon again. Cuts it back to Nonto, but it's taken away by Zambrano. And now they can come away with it here, Hull. But like I was saying, hopefully as it goes on and they think that they need to score a goal, they pull themselves out a little bit more, and Leeds can take advantage of that situation. What a shot, Jeff. I'm not quite sure what you mean there. If you could just clarify, that'd be great. Oh yeah, you can shout offside. You can shout anything like that, because then I don't even know what move it's going to be part of. But when someone says there's a goal, it's just like, oh, there's no point watching football if you know that a goal's gone in. Here's Ampadu. Rodon's been dispossessed again there by the Hull City striker, and now they can come forward, and Rodon's completely out of position. But it's been blocked, and it's going to be a Hull corner. Yeah, Joseph, LUFC 1920. Joseph loves making that run to that front post, doesn't he? And Solomon's picked him out there, and he's put it exactly where he wanted it. So a good finish in the end by Mateo Joseph, just to get that little touch on it, the last telling touch. I think Look, Rodon's a very good player, but I don't think he was ever a world beater. Hull City here tried to play. Oh, great foot there by Firpo, but they're still going to have a shot, and it's blocked behind by Strauch, and it's going to be another corner to Hull. Leeds under the pressure a little bit here. It's really weird. There's like a very specific angle which I am sitting looking at my screen, and that corner didn't amount to anything. And in it, I can see a car like down that way down the street. I've got a window here. I can see a car like that way down the street over a fence with a tiny little bit of it that's got the sun shining really brightly in my eyes, and just on a tiny bit of the Calvin Phillips shirt frame, and it's really annoying me. Here's Rodon. Now Bogle. Ball down the line here, and Mateo Joseph's been pulled back there. Ref, why aren't you pulling that up? That's the difference between him being able to get to that ball and not. In the end, nothing given, and now Hull City come forward with it. Here's Zambrano again. Leeds forcing them to go backwards here. All the way to the goalkeeper now. Just about to enter the final 20 minutes here at Elland Road, and hopefully Leeds can score another one and kind of settle the nerves a little bit. But as for the moment, here's Jones. Plays it out wide to Ryan Giles, and then gives it back to him. See, this is the moment, like the 70th minute, I would be now bringing on Largi Ramazani to try and make a difference with his explosive pace, and Tanaka maybe to bring the ball forward from midfield a little bit. But I think he'll be a little bit more conservative, Farker, and say, well, Leeds are needing the stability in midfield at this moment so we don't concede, but I would like to go forward and score another one. Yeah, Mateo Joseph, I think, got pulled up there for a foul, and it wasn't really one. Again, referee, poor decision. Here's Leeds, though, with the ball. Strauch. Firpo plays it forward down the line to Aronson, who again... Oh, actually, no, sorry, it was Solomon who tried a flick there. It didn't come off. Strauch clears that one well as the ball tried to come forward there. I think the answer for professional fouls is sin bin, but not for... See, they were talking about having sin bin. They were talking about having sin bin in for the sake of dissent and talking back to the referee and stuff. But for me, sin bin should be a very specific situation of when professional fouls happen. I think you get sin bin for 5 minutes or something, because then you actually are having a disadvantage rather than just a yellow card. Omer comes forward here, though, for Hull City. Now back inside to Jones, who's playing as a sort of central midfielder at the moment. Tries to play it back out wide, but cut out well by Solomon. Gives it to Firpo, and now is looking for another pass. Here's Firpo. Gruev tries to chip that one into Joseph, who gives it to Aronson. Aronson with a bit of green space to run into here. Looking forward. Great pass into Nonto. Oh, and the referee's decided to call him offside. He missed anyway with his left foot, but the referee, the linesman, sorry, has called Nonto offside there. I'm not sure whether he was. It looked tight. A lot tighter than the other ones, let's say. Is Emmett still in? Yeah, I put him in the sin bin for 10 minutes. Because it really annoyed me, because I wanted to celebrate a goal and I couldn't, because I just can't bring myself to fake emotions. Mateo Joseph scored to Jal. Cross in from Solomon to the near post. Mateo Joseph just got a flick on it ahead of the defender and in front of the keeper. Here's Miller trying to get the ball back in the box again. And again, Jaden Bogle stops the cross but gives away a corner. I would like to see Ramazani, though, because after all, Solomon's only on loan. And Ramazani is a permanent player, so usually you would like to give preference to your actual permanent players at the club. Headed away well by Road on there, but I think it's actually going to be another corner kicked here. It is, yeah. Remember, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 10k as soon as possible, and we're on the road there. Omer then just getting ready to take this corner kick. Whips it in towards the near post. Headed away by Firpo. And then away by Bogle. And it's another corner for Hull City. No substitutions as of yet. So if you're just joining us and you haven't seen already, this is the team that's out at the moment. Nonto trying to win that one back. He's a little bit overzealous in the challenge, and he gives away a free kick. Here come Hull City again, trying to chip the ball across the box, but it's actually going to go out for a goal kick. Aronson, yeah, I think Aronson's been all right, Sajal. I don't think he's been amazing, but he's been decent, and he's played some good passes forward, carried the ball quite well as well. Leeds are bringing on Joel Peru now for Wilfred Nont. Yes, Ramazani's coming on for Solomon, and Joel Peru is coming on for Nonto, maybe? It looks that way. Sure, he put up 29. That's Nonto's number, isn't it? Yeah, no worries, IPW. If you've already subscribed, then all you need to do is stay subscribed. Yeah, Nonto's come off for Ramazani, and Joel Peru is coming on for... Well, I'm guessing that Joel Peru's come on for Solomon then. No worries, Robert. You are off the naughty step now, Emma. You are. You are forgiven, but please don't do it again. It just really annoyed me, so I was like, get temporarily banned. Mellier's got to send that one long. Well, we've got Ramazani on the pitch now, so let's see what he does. He's out on the right-hand side. Peru through the middle, and I think Mateo Joseph might actually be in the number 10, with Aronson drifting out to the left. Oh, Peru, I'm sorry, but instantly comes on and takes a terrible touch. Here's Ramazani with his first touches as a Leeds player. Gets the ball into Mateo Joseph. Now gets it back off Peru. Here's Ramazani inside the box here. Ramazani can't quite get his shot away. He nearly did, though. Very early signs that Ramazani's going to carry the ball well here for Leeds. Joel Peru shoots from distance and drags it wide. Very poor from him. Yeah, it looks like Aronson's going to go out and play on the left-hand side, and Joel Peru is maybe gone in the number 10. Again, though, it's just not right, is it, putting him in that number 10? It doesn't work. Stop doing it. If you're going to do that, put Nonto. If you're going to take off... If you're going to move... God knows. I can't even think how that would work. But just don't do what you did, Farker, please. Unless Joseph and Peru are just kind of switching positions all the time, but here's Hull City at the back now with the goalkeeper playing out from the back. Here's Giles. Tries to play a long ball, but blocked by Ramazani. She's still trying to play out from the back here, and they've chipped a long ball forward up towards Miller, and then Bogle and Miller. Oh, Bogle and somebody else, it wasn't Miller. Both went up for that one, and they both look like they've hurt themselves a little bit. I'm not sure what happened. That was nearly a handball from Omer there on the Ramazani chance before. I think Bogle's actually saying he's got cramp, but probably just hasn't grown out of his Sheffield United days of time wasting yet. Couple of substitutions here. I think is it Casey Palmer, the one that I think he was the one that played for Coventry City, was he? I think, and he's come on, and then they've also brought another substitution on as well, who I actually just don't even know his name, so I'll tell you when it comes up on the screen. Simmons or Simons, depending on pronunciation. Here is Coyle. Plays the ball out wide now. Here's Miller. Ramazani trying to close him down. Tell you what, Ramazani, in terms of his build, even the like sweatband / tape around his wrists and everything, he does cut a very similar figure to Crescencio Somerville in his demeanour and his stature and stuff, doesn't he? Ooh. 3 players flew in there on one Hull City player, and he's been taken down here. Not sure which one it was, but Ampadu's also down holding his leg. Jarvis it was, it looks like, and then I think Ampadu actually gets tackled by Gruev, you know. And yeah, I think they all just kind of trip and fall over each other. And Strauch nearly took his head off when he cleared the ball. So Gruev's got himself a yellow card. So that with Gruev on a yellow card, might not be a bad shout to bring on Altanaka, you know, just to stop Gruev getting that further card. Is Rothwell on the bench? The free kick's been taken here. Here's Palmer. Tries to play it down the line, but he's literally just played it straight into touch. And it's going to be a free kick. He was calling for it, and it's going to be a free kick. I just went on my phone for a particular reason then, and I can't remember what it was. Why did I go on my phone then? I tried to open it to look at something, and I have no idea what it was. Oh, I remember. What I wanted to do was, let's try and get to 200 likes. We've got 310 people in the chat and only 180 likes. Yeah, I was basically checking whether Rothwell is on the bench. Yeah, so thanks, Paul. Because Rothwell could come on and do that job as well for Gruev. Ball into the box from Hull, headed over the bar. Oh, no, it's not. It's still in play here. It looked like it was going to go over the bar, but just perspective. Here's Mateo Joseph, and he's going to try and clear it now. Does really well there, Joseph. Now Aronson can come away with it. Don't give it away there. Now Ampadu drops off to Ampadu, and Ampadu sends it long. Yeah, only 10 likes to 200. That'd be amazing. Thanks, everyone. Great ball from Aronson. Now Leeds are in here. Here's Firpo. Firpo plays the ball out wide here to Joel Peru. Can Joel Peru score? Yes, he can! 2-0 to Leeds. That surely means Leeds are now home and hosed. 2-0 at home. Joel Peru makes it 2. I didn't even mean to rhyme. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Yeah, Joel Peru, great finish. Just slots it under the goalkeeper there. Great ball from Junior Firpo to play him through. I just looked up and was like, hold on a second. Why have we got so many players free through on goal? Could have potentially come to Ramazani, but it just went past him. Aronson with a nice ball into Mateo Joseph, and then Joseph again with that shot-creating action gives the ball to Firpo, who plays it across nicely for the assist. Great chance creation, great finish. Yeah, and in the end, a great goal from Leeds in general. 2-0 then. Can't be bad. Who needed that? What are you talking about, UFC 1920.20? Who needed that? Is Bogle being substituted off? I guess Byron, maybe. Yeah, Sam Byram's coming on for Bogle. Was Bogle on a yellow? I don't know if he was, you know. But anyway, Byram's coming on in that right back position. Cody Drama looks like he's getting warmed up for Hull City as well, you know. Here's Coyle now as he comes forward. Little bit less confidence about the way that Hull City are coming forward again now. Hopefully Leeds can get a third. I mean, someone did predict 3-0, didn't they? If we can get a third at the end here, it'd be great. Ampadu trying to close that one down. I think it's going to be a free kick. Miller takes it quickly and knocks it back to the defenders. Here's Jones. You've got a great agent, Cody Drama. Back here to Coyle, and then Miller tries to play it, but it's come off Gruev's knee, and it's going to be a throw-in to them. No, Emmett didn't say it until afterwards. I'd already seen it and reacted by the time I saw Emmett's comment. Yep, Tanaka looks like he's going to be making his debut, by the way. So Burstow has come on for Hull, and Bedia has come off, the big number 9 who was winning headers. Ryan Giles is coming off, and Cody Drama is coming on at left back, I think, against, of course, his former club, Leeds United. And, yeah, looks like Al Tanaka and another Leeds player are coming on. I didn't quite see who the other one was because I was focused on thinking, oh, look, new signings coming on. Shiny new things. Here's Coyle, I think. Yeah, so, sorry, yeah, Coyle's gone to left back and Drama's gone to right back. Here's Melier. You just slowly pick that one up. Peru needed that for his confidence. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, though. Peru is someone who will always get you goals. Where was Peru playing when he scored? I honestly, he's a little bit of a mixture. I think he is playing in that number 10, but he is trying to get forward a lot more than he usually does when he plays in that number 10. So I think he's playing in the number 10, but when you see the replay back, he was just, him and Ramazani were just completely free through on goal. It's going to be, Gruev is going to come off now. Replaced by the new Leeds United signing Al Tanaka from Fortuna Dusseldorf, who slots into that number 8 role. And I think actually Rothwell's coming on as well. Does that mean Ampadu's coming off? No, it's Mateo Joseph who's coming off for Rothwell. So I guess Peru goes in the 10. Sorry, no, Peru goes up front. Rothwell goes in the number 10. And Tanaka comes into the midfield. Here's Rodon to Ampadu and then back again to Melier. Now Strauch to Melier to Ampadu, who can carry it forward a little bit here. Good ball into Peru. Now Leeds somehow still have the ball there. Ramazani tries to win it and he does. Ampadu. Now Firpo. Now Ramazani forward here to Brendan Aronson, whose name was escaping me there for some reason. What number is he? Tanaka. Yeah, I think that's him there. Here's Rothwell. Oh, terrible pass by Ampadu to Firpo. But Leeds are doing a good job of closing them down. Great tackle there by Firpo, and that's obstruction. No, sorry, I think I should just do all my qualifications, become a professional referee, and actually referee properly because, God, they're bad. Firpo makes a perfectly good tackle. The Hull player falls on the ball. I'd go, okay, obstruction, Leeds free kick. Because all I see is cheating there. Long ball forward from Panda. Headed away by Strauch. Ampadu flicks that one on. Now Ramazani picks it up. Ramazani, with a couple of players around him, does really well to get the ball to Rothwell. And Rothwell plays a nice ball out wide to Joel Peru. Not really the play you'd want on the wing, but can he get the ball in here? Joel Peru goes past one player and loses the ball, which was kind of expected. Here's Byram running around in circles, but gets the ball to Tanaka, who's in the 22 shirt. Yes, I did see that last night, actually. He's in the 22. Here's Tanaka again. Rothwell. Ampadu. Now Strauch. Here's Tanaka. Plays it into Rothwell, who drops it back off to Ampadu. Now Firpo. Back again. Ampadu. Into Rodon. Now Melier. Firpo. Sorry, that's not Firpo, that's Strauch. Ampadu. Rothwell. Back across to Strauch. Into the feet here of Brendan Aronson, who tries to poke one round the corner for Firpo, but it is cut out here. Here's Cody Drama, ex-Leeds lad. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense though, Hugh, because he's not called Ramazzini. He's called Ramazani, so it literally doesn't rhyme. It would work if you were talking about a Pagani Zonda. Strauch. Ball into Aronson's feet. Aronson tackled there by Cody Drama and goes down. Here's Tanaka. Great ball out wide to Ramazani. Can he get there before his defender? No, he can't, but he can win Leeds a throw-in. Yeah, Aronson's still down here. Where is Peru? No, Peru is playing in the number 10, Lars. He's playing in the number 10, but he is trying to get forward a little bit as well. Although, actually, no, sorry. No, Peru is now playing up front. Yeah, forget that. When the first substitutions were made, Peru went into the 10 when he came on, and Mateo Joseph stayed up front. He scored his goal then. Then, since that, Rothwell came on for Mateo Joseph, and now Peru is in the number 9, and Rothwell is in the number 10. 5 added minutes, by the way, onto this game. I tell you what. There you go. I'll put that on the screen. It's about 15 seconds behind. But regardless, you'll still see when it's around 5 minutes that you'll be in the right place. When you're at 4:45, it'll have been 5 minutes on this timer you can see below me. Anyway, here come Hull City with the ball coming out from the back now. Jones tries to play it into the midfield. Here's Drama. Long ball forward here. Byram into Peru, then back again to Ampadu. Now Rothwell, and forward again into Ramazani. Ramazani fouled there, but that would have been a great ball from Rothwell. He tried to just first time put his laces through like a daisy cutter pass through to Aronson, but it was cut out in the end. Here's Drama. Now Palmer. There's a lot of rhyming things happening in this game. Drama to Palmer. Drama again, back to Palmer. Down the line now to Charmer. No, I made that one up. Ball into the box. Oh, Byram is just able to get that one away. Here's Ramazani. Drops it back off to Byram. Now Ampadu. Make a run, Ramazani. You're quick enough. Ramazani's picked up the ball again here. Now Ampadu. Knocks it all the way back to Melier. Whoever that was Leeds player down on the end of the box. On the edge of the box, sorry. Is now back up on his feet again. Yep. 211 likes. We've got 311 people in the chat. If if just 39 more of you hit that like button, if you haven't hit the like button already, just have a little check, tap it, might get to 250, and that might be one of my most liked streams ever. Here's Strauch. Aronson. Now Tanaka. Gets it back off Ampadu again. Eventually gives it to Joe Rodon. Yes, just Joe Football Show fanboy. You have a question, maybe? Drama wins that. Oh no, Firpo wins the header against Drama, but it does go to a Hull player. Oh, Aronson can't quite get a touch on it, though. Thanks, Hugh. Here come Hull City forward again then. Here's Coyle. See you, Robert. Thanks for joining us. There's only about a minute left of this game anyway. Here's Miller. Comes forward again down that left-hand side for him, right-hand side for us, and Byram takes the ball off him well. Hi, Rob. Welcome. I think there's going to be a free kick there against Liam Miller, and Leeds are going to be able to win that ball back for a free kick. Been a lot better in the second half, and that is what we asked for, isn't it, really? Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that. Here's Ampadu. Into Ramazani, who plays it to Byram and gets it back again. Good turn by Ramazani there. Nice little ball. Ramazani's looked very good, you know. He's very dynamic. He's very progressive and aggressive, and he wants to go forward with it a lot of the time. So I'm kind of liking the way he's playing, you know, for a starting position in the next game, depending on whether Dan James is fit. Here's Tanaka. Aronson plays it back. Thanks, Karen. Appreciate the support. Ampadu. And then Tanaka with a nice little turn gives it back to Ampadu. 100 Hull fans, forgive them. I mean, yeah, it might be true. Surprised we've not had anyone giving us abuse from a Hull side of things. Here's Ramazani back to Ampadu. Rothwell now. Firpo. Ampadu again. Rothwell. Yep, there we go. Great result. At home, going into the international break. 2-0, clean sheet, job done. Great performance in terms of getting the result. Wasn't the... Look, I said great performance then, but that's not what I meant. I was just spouting stuff. Good performance, decent performance, much improved in the second half. Went and scored a goal. Went and scored 2 goals and won the game. So not much more you can ask for from that. 2-0. Great finish from Peru. Great finish from Mateo Joseph as well. Some good assists in there from Solomon and Firpo. So, look, I'm happy with that. We go into the international break with 3 points, 3 extra points. New signings in the door. Bit of time for them to bed in. Ramazani looked bright. Solomon looked decent. And, yeah, Leeds. And Tanaka as well when he came on. Leeds looking to have a good international break in terms of getting everybody up to speed and then coming back to it again. Thanks everybody so much for joining me. Of course, remember, it's not just live streams. There are videos every single day on the channel. I'm still going to attempt to make videos every single day, even though the transfer window's over and it's just, it's the international break and there's not going to be much happening. But what we're going to be doing is look out for scout report on Isaac Schmidt, even though he's already in the door. What can we expect from him? There's also going to be a little bit of tactical analysis over the 2 weeks. There's going to be ranking the transfer window, rating the signings, ranking the squad, all that sort of thing. So make sure you stay subscribed, and if you haven't already, hit that big red subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Thanks all of you for joining me. Thanks to our Leeds Lately members as well. Like I said, if you want to become a Leeds Lately member or contribute to the channel in any way, that is very much appreciated. The join button is down below. And yeah, thanks for watching Leeds Lately so much. There will obviously be no live stream for the next couple of weeks whilst there's no football on. But there are plenty of videos, so if you want to get down in the comments on those videos, try and reply to as many of you as possible. Yeah, thanks everybody so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time on Leeds Lately. I mean, I will see you next time on Leeds Lately if I can actually click this button. There we go. Bye everyone.